Okay, while we're kind of just going through clothes, I'm pretty sure the rest of this is clothes in here. Can we talk about Mizzou basketball? Mizzou Hoops has been on an absolute tear. And I was watching SEC Now, or SEC Network, and they were talking about, I think it's time that the voters took an extra hard look at Mizzou. Do you think it's time that the voters take another look at Mizzou? Yes! 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 Mizzou Hoops is the most underrated, and in my opinion, this is the editorial part, the most disrespected team in all of college basketball when it comes to the rankings. This Mizzou basketball team that we're looking at right now, coaches have left our stadium and in press conferences said they see this team going to the Final Four. And yet, when they lose in single-digit games to two teams that are going to be top competitors in March Madness, they drop from 15 to 21. Like, make that make sense. I feel like no other team in the same circumstances would drop that far, and no other team besides Mizzou is going to have to do as much work as Mizzou Hoops is going to have to do to prove themselves to the voters. Thankfully, they said that's not their objective, and they're more focused on letting their game do the talking. I mean, everybody's seen it by now. Mizzou basketball wins a game. They hit this pose during the press conference, during the post-game interview. They mob each other. They're having fun. Like, that team has the energy. They've got the chemistry they need, and they've got the playmakers. Caleb Grill, are you kidding me? The best, in my opinion, again, this is the editorial section, the best three-point shooter in all of college basketball wears black and gold during basketball games. Add that to a team that's got Tamar Bates, absolute dog, absolute slasher, a crazy playmaker to watch. Add that to Mark Mitchell, who's had multiple 20-plus games this season, monster in the post, slamming stuff down. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Speaking of slamming stuff down, you had to be there for the Georgia game. You had to be there. After both teams traded leads during the whole first half, I'm sitting there watching it while I'm recording Rockbridge High School because I work as a reporter, so I'm recording Rockbridge High School game. And I'm sitting there like, wow, they're really going to make this one close. No, we jump ahead. We won. Oh my gosh, we beat Georgia by double-digit points. By the way, thank you for beating them by double-digit points. Thank you for doing Mississippi State the same way. That Mississippi State game is when I knew that this team is going to go the distance. I mean, we've known this team was successful. They had a couple of games that they should have won or maybe didn't perform their best early in the season. Since then, they've only lost to ranked opponents. And not just ranked opponents, but like tough ranked opponents. They took a loss to they took that loss to Tennessee, and all of a sudden people are talking about they're cooked. Did you watch the game? Did you watch the same game as me? First off, I was like deathly ill, throwing up, trying to watch this game. Like, I'm taking medicine, taking the Dayquil, even though I probably should have been taking NyQuil. The game was late. Trying to get myself in the proper brain condition to be able to watch the game. And yeah, I feel like I watched it and saw what happened better than sports journalists. Like, that game was not the margin of that loss. What I'm trying to say is the margin of that loss did not warrant us dropping so far to now we're 21. I can't wait to see what the next poll says because we just keep blowing out SEC teams. And mind you, this is a stacked SEC conference. We'll probably have 14 teams in March Madness. And Mizzou is consistently being considered as one of the top teams in that stacked conference. I don't think there's any argument against us being a lock for March Madness. And not only that, but also being capable of making a run this year. I'm so excited to see what Mizzou basketball is capable of after seeing what they've already done to a team like Mississippi State and a team like Georgia, who's playing in one of the most, if not the most competitive conferences in basketball and consistently taking wins or being right there in the game with ranked opponents. Built like Peyton Marshall. Rating systems for college sports have always been buns, though, you know. Yes, I feel like as a Mizzou Tiger fan and as a Mizzou Tiger, we're the victims of this more than other people. And I know everybody always will say that, like, for their team. Everybody's always going to make that argument for their team. But, like, if you pay attention to what's been going on with the rankings, in football, too, like, how do we win against Vanderbilt and drop in the rankings? Make that make sense. This team went on to almost, bro, did they beat Bama? I'm pretty sure they did. Like, but there's no, like, go back and redo it process. You know what I mean? Like, you can't go back and retroactively say that win meant more But like, oh my gosh, the games that we won early in the season and the teams we beat, they didn't have the same weight as the same team if we would have beat them later in the season. So then you're like in that limbo spot. And then, oh, we should have beat South Carolina, bro. Oh, we should have beat South Carolina. We might have made the playoffs still. But yeah, we lost a couple games, or we won a couple games, but we got punished as if we lost. Like, we were dropping into rankings after wins multiple times. I've never seen that happen. Especially never seen it happen multiple times in one season. It was certainly a mystery as we keep sorting through this stuff. But Mizzou basketball has a unique opportunity to make all that not matter. All they have to do is go in and continue winning because they're in the tournament. Like, Mizzou basketball is in the tournament. So now the rankings don't matter. Like, they just have to go in and win games, and boom, there you go. They're national champions because it's different in basketball. Like, once you're in the tournament, sure, it'll give you an easier ride, but like, it's just a basketball tournament. And that doesn't mean that shouldn't mean anything disrespectful, but like, it's a basketball tournament. You just go win your basketball games. Bada bing, bada boom. We're having a parade at Mizzou Arena.